Food Guide. Today we are at BRQ, located off of Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. These guys are redefining local cuisine. They have a fantastic barbecue and seafood menu, and I cannot wait to try what they have smoking. So come on in, let's check it out. So if you know Louisiana, you know that we're known for our seafood. I got a quick chat with the chef, and we are going to be having crawfish beignets today. Cannot wait to try. So I am here with some friends that I met at the bar, Chris and Jack. And how long have you guys been coming here?
I've been coming since day one.
Day one since they opened. What about you? Same thing. Okay, so of all the times that you guys have came, what have you found your favorite dish to be?
I would say the crab cake so far and the baby back ribs. So early.
So crab cakes, of course, Louisiana favorite. And what about you?
Baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs it is, so that looks like it's one of our favorites here. So I'm here today with Justin, who is the owner of BRQ, and he is going to walk us through their famous beignets.
Okay guys, so this is our crawfish and andouille beignets. Most important thing, Louisiana crawfish tails. We get these right over in Henderson. The andouille we make here at the restaurant. So really simple, fresh corn, just to walk you through. We got a little bit of flour, baking powder, milk. And so we're gonna blend all this together real quick and get going. So I'm only gonna use half of the crawfish tails right now. So we're gonna put that in. We're gonna do 3 eggs, okay? We're gonna add the water. Fresh corn, this is right off the cob that we roasted, okay? And then what I did here is these are charred green onions. So what I want to do is incorporate that nice char flavor that the onions bring out. It's really nice. And we couldn't do anything with a little jalapenos, okay? And then now what we're gonna do is we're going to put it on this guy and kind of mix it all together, okay? So that way when we do the beignet, it's gonna fluff up. So we're gonna move stuff right here.
So typically when you hear beignets, you always expect that to be a sweet option, but I love that y'all came up with a savory.
Yeah, when you see the plate up, I've added the andouille in now. I wanted to kind of get everything else going, kind of leave it a little chunky. But yeah, so I wanted to take a savory option. You know, here in Louisiana we're about to hit crawfish season, Lent, so incorporating crawfish into a lot of dishes is really, really important, okay? So, all right, so we've got this. It's kind of come together now, real nice. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move this guy right here so everybody can see. And we're just going to take this, so it looks a little rough right now, that's okay. So, okay. Now what we're going to do, we're going to add our milk, okay, a little bit of flour. And we're going to have a little bit of baking powder.
So tell me, the baking powder, is that just going to make that beignet rise a
Yeah,
little bit
so
more?
that's going to be what's going to do the chemical reaction for this to rise. Okay. So we're going to kind of mix this together. You kind of start seeing it kind of come together now. And now, and the important thing is just fresh ingredients and using that is what's really
And I love that y'all use Louisiana-based things. I find that you don't see that at all restaurants.
Yeah, believe it or not, because
that's a big deal.
It's not the most economic thing because it is a little more expensive to be local.
Right.
But for us, I'm from here. I lived all over the world. I moved back here, but this is what's important to me.
It's a quality thing.
It's a quality thing. It's being really proud of where we're from. So now I just added the crawfish tails, 60 pounds of crawfish tails, some green onions, and we're just going to kind of fold this together. And
so you blend that 1 cup and then you leave the 1 cup.
And then I'll leave the 1 cup, so when you get your beignets, now you're actually getting the crawfish tails mixed in there. Okay. Now you got a little bit of Creole seasoning, okay, that we're going to add to it, and a little bit of Louisiana hot sauce. All right.
Awesome.
Fold that in, and then I will walk this over to the fryer. I'm gonna fry these up and plate it up for you guys.
Perfect. So we just dropped them. They are smelling fantastic. I cannot wait to give these a try. So those who are not from Louisiana always tend to believe that our food is super spicy and hard to eat. On a scale, how would you say these are as far as from a spice standpoint?
Oh, we're middle of the road. So this isn't too spicy. You know, this is about flavor. Most people think we're spicy because of when we do boiled crawfish and drink a lot of beer and our mouths are burning, and yeah, I love that. But this is about tasting every ingredient and the layers that come through it. So, you know, the ramelade, it's not spicy, but it's got flavor.
Good flavor.
Okay.
Perfect.
So one thing we've made is, one thing I like to do is incorporate things that are in a dish and then bring it back out as a garnish. So what we've got here is we've got some fresh corn, some andouille, and we just made this nice little relish, okay? So we're just gonna pop this right on here, like that.
I love all the color. It makes it look so
And then kind of do a little fun little chef thing. We just kind of set these on here like this, okay? And then this is chow chow. So this is a kind of a sweet relish that was brought down by the French Canadians to Louisiana. And we use a little bit of green tomatoes and bell pepper. It's got a little vinegar. And we'll just kind of drop these right over top. And then make it little garnish right there. And then
yum.
there you go.
I cannot wait to eat them.
Try that.
Alright, so let's see what we got. So super soft, not too crispy, not too hard. Alright. So I'm gonna get a little bit of this sauce.
I made it just for me.
Perfect. Wow. So, while it is savory, the corn is kind of sweet.
Yep. So it's a nice balance, kind of
Great
very
balance.
umami.
This, tell me again what you called this.
So you have ramelade on the bottom and then you have chow chow.
Chow chow, okay.
So chow chow.
Wow. Very good.
So you'll get that vinegar and sweet. You know, it's just like you got a lot of different things going on. And I think it's a great dish.
The ramelade, I was anticipating being much spicier than it is. Not spicy at all. It's actually got a little hint of sweetness with it, and it's super, super good. You are getting full crawfish in here like we talked about. So, the real deal. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. You guys have to come give this a try if you're out in the area. It's well worth stopping by. So I'm back here with Justin. He has set us up with a table full of some of their best items. I'm gonna let him go through and kind of walk you through what each thing is and what you can expect.
All right, so when you come in, everyone knows for our barbecue, so we had to do some barbecue. So we have our 14-hour smoked brisket, we have our pulled pork, and we have our baby back ribs, which you can smell. So much time and love goes into this. And I mean, really, this is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week process that never stops here at BRQ. And everybody says, well, why'd you name it BRQ? Baton Rouge Q for barbecue. And we do seafood as well. That's in our title. So staple in Louisiana, shrimp and grits.
Absolutely.
So wanted to kind of give a tribute. Louisiana shrimp, stewed okra and tomatoes, creamy grits, just kind of a staple. And then what we did in the back, this is our crawfish and andouille beignets.
Perfect. Okay, so let's try some. I'm gonna try the shrimp and grits first. So let's see what we got. So as you can see, these are no small shrimp. These are great sized shrimp. If you missed it earlier, these guys use all Louisiana-based products, which I can definitely appreciate. Better quality, better taste. So let's see what they got. Let's try the shrimp first. Very tender. A lot of flavor. Really excellent. This, like we said, big staple in Louisiana. You get shrimp and grits from all over, but when you get it in Louisiana, it's just going to be a little bit different. And this is awesome. So tell me, what all goes into this part you see on top of the grits?
Okay, so what that is we use Louisiana okra. We make our own tasso. So tasso is a spicy smoked ham that we cure for 5 days, smoke it, and then, so it's basically like everyone adds bacon. Well, it's just kind of a you know, country Louisiana style of ham, spicy ham. It brings that flavor out. And then what we do is all the chicken that we go through here, all the smoked chicken, we save the bones. So there's a little bit of a smoked chicken stock that goes into that. So if you get a little smoky flavor,
I am getting that now as I get down to the grits.
And then fresh tomatoes, and that's just cooked down until the okra's tender. And then it's just over top some grits.
And these grits are so creamy. They're absolutely delicious. It is a very creamy grit. I almost get a tomatoey, smoky flavor from some of these pieces.
You're gonna get the from the tomatoes we use in it, the smoked chicken stock. That's what's gonna bring that, and that smoked hot soda is gonna kind of bring those smoky elements to it.
And then this is the coleslaw?
Yeah, so this our house coleslaw is almost not like you need it, but we just felt bad for not having something a little lighter on the side, so we wanted.
So this is your sweet component.
Yeah.
This is your savory. They do a very sweet coleslaw. So for me, some people like a mustardy coleslaw, some people have their preferences. I am a sweet girl. I love the sweet coleslaw. So this is perfect for me. Okay, well, there's our first dish. Let's try. I'm gonna go on over here because this looks delicious. So I don't even have to eat it to know that it's juicy because you can see it all over the plate. So I'm gonna start here. And tell me how long y'all cook this for?
So we go between 12 and 14 hours. So when we're cooking it, we have to know the exact moment the brisket's done. And so it smokes all night long, and then we get there in the morning, we pick each one when it's ready to come off the smoker. So it's a little bit of an art and took a long time to really get the timing down and the temperature just perfect. And you know, the wood that we use to smoke everything, we're using hickory, using pecan, you know, and we source all that locally right here in Louisiana.
Yeah, so y'all, I don't know if you saw, but I'm literally just tearing this with my hands. It is so tender. You don't need a knife, you don't need a fork. It's fantastic. So, these two, tell me about this.
Okay, so pulled pork. So we go through probably about 2,000 pounds of pork a week just in this right here. So there's a lot that happens to this pork to make it so good. It's smoked for 12 hours. It's pulled off. It's hand pulled, you know, and seasoned up, and it's really excellent.
That barbecue flavor is so good.
And so what we do is a dry rub. What's on the brisket, what's on the ribs, and what actually goes on the pork is our dry rub, a recipe that I come up with. The brisket's a little bolder, and what we use for the pork, the ribs, and the chicken is what we call, you know, our BRQ rib rub. And you're gonna taste that. And this is more done in the competition style of barbecue, where we're not saucing it and running it on the pit or boiling it. It's literally hardwood smoked, and that's it.
I love that you get just as much flavor as you would to have this completely coated with sauce and be super messy, but you don't have to do that, and you have just as much flavor.
And you know, we serve all the sauces on the side here, and we do that because we believe in the quality of the meat, and we want you to appreciate the meat. And yes, the sauce is supposed to accompany it, but we don't want to drown it.
Right.
You know, so it's really important that we want to showcase the quality that we're getting and where we're sourcing our products from.
These are delicious. So again, we have that same coleslaw that we had over there, and it goes on this plate as well.
Yep.
Okay, let's make our way over to the beignets. So, again, crawfish in the beignets, they get them here from Louisiana, not imported from somewhere else, which is a huge deal. Better quality, which is always a plus. These are gonna have that savory feel, but you get a little sweet from the corn, so you kind of get the best of both worlds. It is not super spicy, but I do find that you get
a little bit of
flavor. Yeah, you get a little flavor.
And that's really from the jalapenos that we put in there, and they're fresh. We just remove the seeds from them, so you don't get a punch in the mouth, but you do get a little bit of heat.
Gotcha. So tell me, how did you get into the restaurant business? How did you get started? Where did you go?
Well, to make it as short as possible, I got out of the military. I did 2 tours in Iraq. I got out, couldn't find a job, so I started washing dishes in a restaurant. And I looked around, I said, who makes the most money here? And they were like, that guy. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take his job. And so did that, and then went to culinary school, moved to Boston, Went from Boston back to New Orleans to Chicago, a little bit of time in New York, and then came back home here to open BRQ. So
this was the first restaurant you opened, BRQ?
No, this is the first restaurant I owned.
Gotcha.
I've opened 15 restaurants all over the country, but this was the first one that I'm able to be one of the owners, and it's been a great experience. And to be back in Louisiana, this is where I'm from, this is my hometown.
So let me ask you this. People who have never been to Louisiana, they get here, there's a million restaurant options they can choose from. People who have themselves as barbecue places, some people have themselves as seafood places. You offer both, and what's gonna set you apart? What about you guys sets you apart from other Baton Rouge restaurants?
I think our seasonality, our menu changes about every 3 months. We just launched our new menu. So, we're about being local and what's in season and what's happening. And I think that sets us apart. Not only is it a warming and great atmosphere, you can come in here dressed up, dressed down. You mentioned we got a couple cocktails here. I think we've got the best bar program in town as far as coming in and have a drink. We do happy hour all day, 7 days a week.
Really?
And Saturday, happy hour is all day, all night.
Well, that's always a plus, right?
To bring it in, but we want to create a fun atmosphere, great food, but we want to be a neighborhood family restaurant.
It's very modern in here, but I don't find that you have to feel like you have to come dressed. You can come relaxed. It's a Sunday out with your family. You can swing by, come enjoy yourself. Super laid back atmosphere.
We do brunch on Saturday and Sunday, so that is a huge, Sunday is really crazy for us. So, imagine getting this barbecue with biscuits and poached eggs and hollandaise on top, and it's just a knockout. So it's definitely worth coming to check out.
So you mentioned the drinks. Let's get to that part now. So tell me about these two.
Okay, so we wanted to do a tribute to Louisiana, and we'll start with the Whiskey Wake Up. So I think 3 great companies in Louisiana that started from here. You have the whiskey in here is the Sazerac Rye. It's a New Orleans-based family. We are using Fine Cater Dairy, which is a local dairy farm here in Baton Rouge, and the biggest one is we're using Community Coffee, which is based here, and so we're using their cold brew. Here you're going to get a little touch. Everybody's like, is that chocolate? I'm like, no, that's the bourbon mixed with the coffee. It kind of gives it this chocolate flavor, and it is very balanced, really good.
So when you said whiskey, I was thinking, because I'm typically not a huge whiskey fan, but when you said coffee, you definitely won me over. So this one, I'm curious. Let's see what this is. Smooth. When you said whiskey, I was kind of intimidated by how strong it may be.
It's very well balanced.
Good.
It's, you taste the whiskey, it's there, but I think with everything else, it is very, very balanced.
The coffee flavor is strong, which I love. Yeah, this would be a great, if I was coming for brunch.
That's your brunch.
I think this is my brunch go-to.
Absolutely. That's your brunch go-to. And
wow, that's so good.
The other cocktail we have here is our rosé. So this has been a staple on the menu since day one, so 3 years now. So this is fresh pureed strawberries with rosé wine, a little bit of vodka, and this will never go anywhere because this is one of the winner winners.
So totally opposite. This is more of a fruity. The rosé is strong, but in a good way. Like it's a very smooth transition from the flavor of the strawberry to the rosé. It's good. It's a great balance.
And on Fridays, we do 22-ounce mugs of all our frozen drinks for $10. So, yeah.
Okay, this is getting better and better, y'all. So, tell me again, brunch is from what time to what time?
So we open at 9 a.m. on Saturday, Sunday, and we're open from 9 to 3, which is our brunch menu, and then we never close. We immediately go into the regular menu after that.
Perfect.
So,
happy hours every day?
Yeah, every day.
And times?
From open till 6:30, and then on Saturday, it's a holiday.
You can't beat that.
No.
You cannot beat that. So yeah, so we've tried multiple different types of food. We've tried the seafood, we've tried the barbecue, we've tried what typically is a sweet dish, your beignets, into something savory, and they knock it out the park with all of it. I'm a huge coffee drinker, not a whiskey fan, This is very easily going to be my favorite brunch option now. And then the frosé is for you ladies who like your wine and things. This is the perfect mixture of that fruity and that rosé. It's definitely worth coming to check out, guys. I'm your host, Kaylyn, with the Louisiana Food Guide, and I hope that you enjoyed your experience here at BRQ. I know I sure did. Be sure to come check these guys out. They're open 7 days a week, and they also do brunch on Saturdays and Sundays from 9 to 3. Stay tuned for our next episode, and I hope to see you soon.